Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, thanks for participating in our nonsense that we got going on here. I mean, our video. We call it nonsense. Okay, so we're going to talk about breast implant surgery today? Okay, let me ask you a few questions. How old are you now?
22.
22. And how many babies have you had?
Just 2.
And any major medical issues?
No.
Okay. Take any medicines?
No.
And allergic to any medicines?
No, not that I know.
Okay, and have you had any surgery in the past?
No.
And 5'2", 122, and an A cup. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you like different about your breasts?
Big.
Okay. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very broad.
Okay. That's an easy one. Okay, so let's talk about breast implant surgery.
Okay.
Of all the surgeries we do, personally, I think breast implant surgery is the most confusing and the most debated surgery, okay? It's not necessarily the hardest surgery to do, but it's very controversial. And the reason it's controversial is that we have many ladies in town that have had the surgery, you have many doctors in town that do the surgery, and you have many options with this surgery. I'm going to give you several different looks or styles of implants, okay? But before we can talk about that, you have to let me know what you want to go inside your implant, okay? So that's the whole silicone versus saline thing, okay? So let's talk about that, okay? Now these two implants here are the difference. This is a silicone implant and this is a saline implant, okay? The silicone implant, as you can tell, has got a little more give or more laxity to the back. So when you push this silicone implant, it's going to be a softer or squishier implant, okay? The implant over there is going to be a saline implant. It's filled up a little bit different. So when you push it, it's going to be a little bit firmer of an implant, okay? And yes, it's water. You're going to hear it. Okay. When you take the silicone implant and hold it up on your chest, you can see how it slumps a little bit more to the bottom of the implant. So this implant by nature is going to be softer, squishier, more teardropped or more natural of a look with less rippling. Where the saline implant is going to be a little more dome, more round of an implant, a little bit firmer of an implant with a little bit more rippling on the periphery. Okay. Which implants do I like? I could care less. They're breast implants, okay? It could be made of charcoal for all I care, okay? But women have opinions about things, okay? So were you thinking more of a silicone-based fill or a saline-based filled implant?
Silicone.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that eliminates half the implants off the table, okay? Now, in silicone, they make 4 different looks or 4 different styles of implants, okay? So here's your 1 through 4, okay? So you're over here at the 0 mark, okay? Probably not much superior fullness and not much volume, okay? So an A cup, okay? Now, the number 1 is called a moderate implant. The number 2 is called a moderate plus. The number 3 is called a high profile implant. And the number 4 is called an ultra high implant. Now, every time we go up in style, you're getting about a half cup size bigger than you are now, and you're gaining the superior fullness, so up here, okay? So, what size and what look were you going for?
Number 3.
Number 3. So that's probably a high profile implant, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get you measured. After your measurements, I'm going to pull all 4 of those implants, and then we're going to hold them up on you and see what you like in those 4 implants, okay? So we'll figure out something that you like. So there's an implant for everybody. It just depends on how big you want to be and what kind of look you're going for. Okay, kiddo, so let's do some measurements over here. Okay, you can just relax. And so I'm just going to measure the anatomy. Okay. She is 18, 18, 18 and a half, 25, 5, and 5. Okay. So you're fairly symmetric from one side to the other. So when you look in the mirror, this gland may be a scooch bigger than this gland, but not dramatically bigger, okay? Chest wall is fairly even, so you'll get a fairly even result, okay? This is our inframammary fold. So the inframammary fold, remember, is a set of attachments that go from the skin down to the chest wall, okay? So our implant's gonna go right here, okay? Now the goal of surgery is to improve the cleavage, obviously, and to improve that superior fullness in the volume, to get more oomph to the breast, okay? Now you're starting out with probably, you're right, about an A cup, okay?
Yep.
So remember, every style we go up is about a half cup size bigger than you are now, okay? All right. Now from sidewall to sidewall, you're about 25 centimeters, okay? We're gonna call it 26 and subtract a little. Yeah, it's on the narrow side, but that's good. So if you're 26, 26 minus 2 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12, okay? But remember, you're 25, not 26, so you're 11 and a half. So 11 and a half base width, 11 and a half plus our 2 for our cleavage gives us my 25, okay? So that 11 and a half is the number you need to remember, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come on over and we're gonna look at the implants, okay? So, in our gummy bear implants, or cohesive gel implants, here are the 4 styles, okay? That correlates. Here's the gel. We have moderate, moderate plus, high, ultra high. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now what we're gonna do is go down the diameter section and look for something around 11 and a half. That's gonna give us the CCs, okay? Now if you were really narrower, even narrower than you are, you can only have a little bit of volume. Now if you're really broad lady, you're gonna have a whole bunch of volume within a certain style, okay? But you're on the small end, okay? So 11 and a half over here in this implant is gonna be about a 215 implant, okay? That'll take you kinda maybe into the B cup, okay? 11 and a half over here is going to make you about a 275 in the number 3 or number 2 implant. 11 and a half over here is going to make you 350, and an 11 and a half over here is about 480, okay? So those are the 4 implants that are going to fit you ideally, okay?
Is this the 4 or
That's
3?
the number
That's the
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so this is the 3, okay? So these first 2 are probably just going to be too small for you. You're probably going to be up in these 2 range, but we'll look at them and see what you like, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is the first implant. This is a 215, okay? You're probably not going to like it, but it's a starting implant, okay? This will take you from an A cup to probably a B cup, okay? I'll be turning just a little bit here. There you go. So A cup into the B cup, okay? It's small, but it's a starter.
Right.
Okay, all right. So that's the number 1. Okay. Number 2 implant, moderate plus, just a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger. So that's kind of a fuller B, small C, just a little bit bigger, but not much bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, probably not worth doing. Okay. All right. So then we're going into the last 2.
That's 450.
A lot of implants everywhere.
Here's a 300.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can find 480 now. Okay. The other implant's going to be just a little bit bigger than this. This is the number 4, or number 3, so this is the high profile. So that's going to make you kind of a fuller C, maybe a D, fuller C, maybe a D. Okay. And then 480.
And the Ultra?
Yeah.
430.
Okay, be similar to this. And this is the biggest jump. Okay, so that's going to make you a D.
That's actually really nice. Is it gonna make it look like really tight?
The
That
skin,
tight look?
initially, because remember, the skin's got to stretch. Okay?
Right.
So initially it's going to look a lot tighter than it's going to look, 6 months down the road, a year down the road when things loosen up.
But do you think at the end of it, will it look like
Their breasts.
really fake?
No. Well, obviously number 4 is going to look faker than number 1.
Right.
It just depends on, what you look like or what you want. They're all going to look great.
Okay.
So it's a personal preference at that point in time. Okay. All right, so the next step is we are going to get you in a bra, and then Michelle will put them in and kind of see what you think about them in a bra, okay, and see what you like and get a little better understanding what's going on.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so we'll get you going.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You said this one, right?
Yeah.
Is this what it actually gonna look like?
No.
No?
No. They'll look like this one, not white.
Oh,
They're
okay.
clear.
Like clear, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of hard because of the bra, and then that one you'll put in.
Okay. And then what? Are we looking?
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. You can look in the mirror and see. Yeah, and that's another thing. The bra is just kind of weird, so you'll see it. They'll sit up higher,
Oh, okay.
you know.
I definitely want to try the 4.
The 4, okay. So the 480, 430, that's a little smaller.
Okay. That's so great. Oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'll kind of give you that fullness that you kind of want on top.
And that's the size too.
Yeah.
I want some big jugs too. I don't have blessed with them, so that would go big. I just want like the biggest size that's proportionate to my body.
So that would be it.
That would be
480,
it. This would be it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like it.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this one. Hi, I am Kelly and I was the winner of the 12-day Christmas. I am super excited. We just went through the breast implants and the size-wise, and I chose silicone, and Dr. Martin gave me 4 options, and I went with number 4, which is the biggest that will be proportionate to my body-wise. And I'm not sure where to go from now, but I am super excited that I'm finally getting some new breasts that I just been wanting for like so long. I love my body, but I'm gonna like love it a little more now.
All right, everybody. Today we're going to do a inframammary incision submuscular implant with a silicone ultra-high profile implant. So for this young lady, we're going to make an incision down here in the inframammary fold. We're going to try to get as close to the inframammary fold as possible because this is a large implant with lots of projection, and we don't want that incision right up as she heals. So inframammary incision, go underneath the pectoralis muscle, which sits right through here. Irrigate it out with our antibiotic solution, put our local anesthesia in the pocket, and then put our implant in and get her all sutured up. So we will show you guys at the end what the results look like. So once again, inframammary incision, submuscular, ultra high, about 490, I believe. 480. 480. Okay, 480. Are you sure? Okay, yeah. 480. Silicone implant. So we'll show you that at the end. talk a little bit about the implant funnel, made in America, obviously. This is a great implant funnel to put our silicone implants for no hands touch technique. Now, the nice thing with the implant funnel, there's many ways we can use it. You can use it the traditional way, where you open it up through the zipper, put the implant in, zip it up, and put it in. That just takes a lot longer time for us to do, so we don't do it that way, but you can do it that way. Second way we can do it is to, if you have a really big implant, you can only get one implant in per time. You can cut this in, put the implant in each time, just pour it in and insert it. So that works very quickly. Or we do the route that we like to do. So at the beginning of the case, before anybody's in the room, we open the implant funnel up, we sterilely put this, as sterilely as we can, put the 2 implants in, put a binder in between, leave it shut, put our antibiotic solution in. And so you'll see at the time, we're just going to cut the funnel, put it in, and we're done. Okay, so this is probably the quickest way to do it. Now these are 480s, so we're going to cut it at the 480 mark, right below the 500 mark here. And so we know she has told us the left one's first, the right one's above, separated by the little Velcro strip. So here we go, double loaded implant funnel with our antibiotic solution in. We'll pour the antibiotic solution over the incision site. One, two, three, implant is in. Take our little thing off. Here's the second. You know the thing's on the bottom. Advance it to the top. More antibiotic solution on the incision site. 1, 2, 3, it's in. So that's our double loaded implant funnel from Implant Funnel. So thank you, Implant Funnel, American made.
You're strong. On camera. Oh no. Dr. Mark. You're in my bubble. She's fine with it.
You want to do this next one?
Yeah. Woo! Look straighter. Yeah. Can you just let go just a little bit? There, perfect. Beautiful.
This is our case from yesterday. This is a 1-day follow-up, so this is a primary breast aug. So what you can see in our patient is that she appears to be very high. So remember, this is not the breast implant. The breast implant's not up here. This is the pectoralis muscle that we went under. So remember, the muscle's attached to the clavicle, it's attached down the sternum, and it curves back over to here. So this is the muscle pissed off and angry, okay? Now, we're not gonna massage for this first week. We're just gonna kind of let it be, let it go. So all she has to do is put a bottle of hydrogen peroxide in the shower, and once a day, she's gonna pour peroxide on the Steri-Strip. She's gonna take her shower. She is going to dry off. After she dries off, she's gonna put ointment on this Steri-Strip itself. It's gonna seep through. And then she's gonna put some gauze and back into her bra. At 1 day, we also start the band at the top. The band at the top will help push the implants down below. We wear the band only at night because the tendency as the month goes on, she'll start laying down flat, and we want to keep the implants down in the pocket and not have them riding high. So we wear the band for 1 month just at night. So we will see this young lady in 1 week. Now next week, the key is we're going to start massaging. So that's the key for 1 week. So no massaging today. We'll massage next week to try to get this muscle to relax a little bit more so she's more comfortable. So we're going to get her cleaned up. Danielle will get her dressings on. We'll show you that. We'll show you the band. And we'll see you in a week. And we'll show you guys what's going on as the progress goes through.
Some peroxide, and this is just a sterile water. It doesn't have to be sterile. It's just to get the aggressive peroxide off, basically. So like you said, in the shower with your bottle of peroxide, we'll just clean the incision area, kind of pour it over there when you're at home. Of course, I'm not going to pour it down her tummy right a little bit, that little Steri-Strip. And of course, this part can be a little tender for some of our girls. This here is just our water, cleaning it all up, just like so. Thin layer of ointment just to the gauze. That way I can just stick it right to the breast and fold it down with a little padding. And again, stick it right to the breast, again over that Steri-Strip, fold it down, and then we just close it right over. So this is our breast band. Again, as Dr. Martin was just stating, we're gonna wear this only at night for the first month. It's gonna help us get this high profile from the breast kind of down and help relax those muscles. So this part's never very comfortable for a lot of girls, but I'm gonna start back here, go behind her. This nice cushiony part is gonna go up over the breast, and the Velcro part is gonna stretch over. Again, this is not very comfortable all the time. Kind of snug, and put it right on there. You don't want it too tight to where you're like suffocating yourself, but you want it nice and snug so it's actually applying pressure to the breast.